What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're talking about paid traffic. Okay, so this is not free traffic that you get from Google or YouTube or somewhere else. This is actually traffic you have to pay for. Now, the benefits of paid traffic over free traffic is that it's instantaneous. The minute you pay for it, the minute you get it, and then if you stop paying, you stop getting. If you want more traffic, you pay a little bit more and you get more. So it's very, very flexible, and you can target it very, very effectively, and you can get the exact traffic that you want. Now, of course, there are some caveats with this system, right? You have to deal with the rules and the regulations of the specific traffic platform you're getting. You cannot go around the rules because you risk getting your account banned. And certain platforms have certain rules that other platforms might not. So there's a lot of little details and a lot of intricacies that you need to be aware of. Now, I've been buying traffic for around 10 years now, so I know exactly what you can expect. And so in this video, we're going to talk about your realistic expectations so that you don't get your account banned and that you know exactly how to promote pretty much anything on any kind of traffic source. And so in this video, we're covering the 5 major traffic sources, okay? And I'm also going to touch upon some of the smaller traffic sources as well, so definitely stay tuned. Okay, so the first traffic source I want to cover is Facebook, okay? This is 2020, and things have been changing a lot. In 2018, you could kind of promote some of the offers. 2019, you can kind of promote some of the other CPA offers. But in 2020, Facebook has gotten very strict, and their algorithm is really good, and they can detect when you're trying to promote sweepstakes and service and things like that. And so I call Facebook as probably one of the highest quality of traffic that you can get. And there's another advantage of Facebook is that you're able to target top of the funnel traffic. And what exactly is top of the funnel? Well, what it really means is that you're targeting people who don't even know that they need your product, and they don't even know that they have a problem that your product solves. Okay, so it's people that are simply browsing Facebook. They're just browsing different things, and then all of a sudden they see an ad, they see your ad, and they are like, well, wait a second, they start considering about the ad. And so the advantages of Facebook is that you're basically reaching people before they even start to kind of browse around and try to figure out what kind of products are available. So that is called top of the funnel as opposed to middle of the funnel or end of the funnel. And so that's one of the major advantages. Another major advantage is you could really pinpoint the kind of people you want to target. You can pinpoint by interest, by behaviors, by demographics, countries, cities, anything you want. But really one of the most powerful things is the interests and behaviors. Okay, that is like very, very unique to Facebook. And there's some other platforms that are able to do it as well. Facebook has gotten really, really good at it because Facebook is collecting data from within Facebook itself, but also outside of Facebook. So whenever you're browsing something, maybe you see Facebook comments on the bottom of the website, or maybe you see like share on Facebook, things like that. Facebook is collecting all that data, and as a result, it knows a lot about the kind of people that are both inside Facebook, are using Facebook on a regular basis, but also people that don't really use Facebook, but might have some connection to Facebook. Maybe they had another account before. So Facebook is able to really collect a lot of data on people, and so that makes it very powerful. Now, in terms of advertising on Facebook, Facebook is probably one of the most strict, the most strictest traffic sources out there today. And so just to be honest with you, Facebook is really cool with kind of 3 main types of offers, or I can even say 2 types of offers, right? And these are physical products that you selling yourself, right? So you're not an affiliate for this physical product. In other words, you're doing drop shipping, right? You're doing e-commerce. Maybe you have your own store. Maybe you're drop shipping, right? You're ordering them and from China or another place, and they're being shipped directly to the customer without you even touching them. That's still your product, right? Regardless if you're drop shipping or not. That's not affiliate marketing. And so Facebook really likes drop shipping, right? As you're probably aware, every drop shipper is basically using Facebook. Another thing that Facebook likes a lot is basically your own products, right? So if I go out and I start like an eyewear brand, right? I start selling sunglasses, right? Maybe something like I have here, or something like I have here, I can go out and sell this on Facebook. It's completely legit, completely compliant. There's no problem with that. And so another similar thing that I can promote on Facebook is if I have my own company, right? So maybe I'm not selling sunglasses, but I'm selling services, right? Maybe I'm selling, Facebook ad management systems, or, SEO services, or some kind of digital marketing services. If it comes from me directly or my agency, I can do that on Facebook without any problems. The problems begin when you're trying to do affiliate marketing. And typically with affiliate marketing, you're making a lot of these bold claims. You're saying, hey, sign up here and you have a chance to win $1 million or $100,000. Facebook doesn't like that, right? Because there's a disconnect with the kind of offer and the kind of claims you're making, right? There's a disconnect between the ownership of the offer, you, and the offer and the claims they're making and the result, right? So in other words, you are basically promoting something else. That offer is making crazy claims that might not even be true. We don't even know. And so Facebook doesn't like that disconnect. Whereas if I'm selling sunglasses, Facebook is cool with it because these are my sunglasses. I have a picture of them. I might make some claims or not that they're polarized, that they're this, they're that color, and this and that. And that's what the customer is going to get. And so when it comes to CPA marketing, you're kind of, it's very difficult to advertise things on Facebook. And that is why there's a third method of advertising on Facebook. And that is basically by creating something called a buffer. And this buffer looks something like this, is that you have the visitor, you have a traffic source, and then you have an article, right? You have a piece of informational content, right? And so you have informational content that basically talks about a solution or the kind of problem that the person is having or might be having. And then later on, somewhere maybe inside that article or maybe on the sidebar, you finally advertise a product, your own product or an affiliate product. You gotta have a buffer, right? So this could be a sweepstake offer, this could be a survey, could be anything else. You need a buffer. And that is kind of the thing about Facebook, is that Facebook, if you are not advertising your own product, then you really need a buffer. Now, there are all kinds of gray hat and black hat ways, using cloaking and all of these things, but I don't want to even get into that because I don't even recommend it. It's filled with a lot of problems, and it's getting harder and harder to do all these kinds of black hat and gray hat tactics. So I don't even want to cover that. But all I'm here to tell you is that if you're not doing drop shipping, if you're not selling your own products, like maybe I'm selling SEO services, or I'm selling paid PPC services, right? Paid per click, search marketing, things like that. And I'm doing affiliate stuff. I need a buffer. I need to have a site, okay? And that is kind of how you do it. Now, I don't want to go deep into Facebook right now. I'm going to make another video in 2020, Facebook advertising in 2020, that I'm going to show all kinds of methods you can use. But that is really what it comes down to. If you don't want to create a site, then you're going to have a lot of trouble on Facebook. And Facebook likes to ban accounts indiscriminately, right? If they feel that there's something is off, they're going to ban you, and you'll have to create another account. It's going to be a lot of pain and things like that. So you have to be very careful with Facebook. And I'm going to share with you some tactics in a future video. I don't want to talk about in this video because I'm talking about general tactics and methods for paid traffic. Okay. The second method I want to talk about is Google Ads. And as it happens to be, this is actually one of the ads I'm seeing on Facebook, right? And so Google Ads, right? Google Ads is search marketing, right? Google Ads is search marketing. You're basically able to advertise things that can be described using keywords, okay? We're not talking about display ads. That's kind of a corollary to this. If you have banners and things like that, you can use display ads. But when it comes to Google Ads, you need to be able to describe it using keywords. And so it's kind of you have kinds of cons and pros with that I want to talk about real quick. First of all, you can advertise affiliate products on Google Ads. Google Ads is not as strict as Facebook. And as a matter of fact, if I type text chemistry, which is actually a ClickBank offer that I'm promoting from time to time, you actually see affiliates, right? So both of these are affiliates. These are not official sites. As far as I know, this is okay. So this could be an official site. This is definitely an affiliate, right? So if you scroll down, down, you have another ad here, right? This is probably also an affiliate. The only thing is this is probably an official site. And so Google is cool with it, right? Provided that, you have a legit page, you're not making crazy claims, and that you're not advertising things that are forbidden using their terms of service. So with Facebook, you cannot advertise online dating, so you cannot do any kind of dating offers and things like that. But with Google Ads, you can advertise pretty much a lot of things. I think you'll have to go through the list and figure out what they don't like, but you can advertise Bitcoin and things like that, although they may have changed their policies, but you'll have to check with that. But on Facebook, you cannot really advertise Bitcoin. And so the thing about Google Ads is that they're a lot more flexible, and they're not going to go out and ban your account like on Facebook. The only thing they might do is disapprove your ad from going live. And in that case, you can actually reach out using phone support. You can actually call them. You can speak with someone. This actually happened to me about a month back. I basically called them up and we diagnosed the problem, what it was. We couldn't do it over the phone. And so the rep actually called me back in like 24 hours or 48 hours and we fixed the problem. And so when you're advertising on Google, right, the thing you have to keep in mind is you're bidding per keywords. And so it kind of a problem. It presents a problem when it comes to CPA offers, because with CPA offers, you have a lot of these, very quick payout, right? So if you're bidding for keywords and they're like $2 per click, right? Or, even $1.50 per click, which is definitely not uncommon. It is pretty common. You want something that's higher, right? You want something like 32 per lead, right? You want something that's much higher. So you're going to be looking at offers that have $40 per lead. And so it's with search marketing, it's kind of difficult with CPA because you can forget about anything that's $2.15 per lead, right? Because each click is going to cost you like $2 per lead. And if each click doesn't result in a sale, then you're going to go broke very, very quickly. And so you can promote CPA stuff. I like CPA. You can definitely promote it. So here's like a landing companion, 48 per lead. They allow search marketing. And so you can get into that. You can promote it. I do recommend having your own landing page, right? So if we go in here, I guarantee you 100%, right? None of them are linking to a ClickBank page directly, right? So at the very least, you want to have your own landing page. And I have landing pages for text chemistry. Anything I promote on Google Ads, I create my own landing page. So you do want to have your own landing page because Google basically, it wants the link to be like, so the link you have displayed here, it wants it to kind of be very, very similar or pretty much the same as the final URL. And so if you're not going to put, clickbank.com here or like, that long hop link, right? It just doesn't look professional. You want to put the actual name, right? So if you have the name here and then you redirect to a ClickBank, it doesn't look very professional and Google is probably not going to approve you. So you do need a landing page. I do highly recommend the landing page, and a landing page is going to convert much better. You'll be able to collect emails, things like that. And actually, so this is actually a landing page that I was using for my campaigns on Google Ads and Bing Ads. And this is a nice landing page. It took me about 15 to 20 minutes to build it myself very, very quickly. And as a bonus, I'm also collecting emails, right? So this is the strategy I recommend when you're using Google Ads. And so it's a lot less hassle than Facebook ads, but the disadvantage with that is you're targeting people kind of in the middle of the funnel or towards the end of the funnel. So for instance, when we are talking about this particular case, text chemistry, this is something that I would call middle of the funnel or even close to the end of the funnel, because for you to reach these pages, and this is kind of what I was doing, you'll have to search for text chemistry review or text chemistry promo, right? And if you type in that, you see ads, right? And the reason this is middle or towards the end of the funnel is you're actually typing the product name. You're not typing something, what to do when, a guy doesn't text back, right? Doesn't text you back, right? This is something that's called top of the funnel, right? If I do this is top of the funnel, you're probably not going to see ads for this because it's not very monetizable as something that's middle or end of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. But if I type something like text chemistry promo, right? Or something like that. I'm going to see ads because the person they already kind of decided, they're on the fence about buying the product. And so you have a couple of different strategies. Now I would recommend doing things where you're targeting bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel. So meaning like you're basically bidding for the actual name of the product, right? So if you're promoting something like text chemistry, or you go out to MaxBounty and you find something like, we're looking. So if you go to something like, we do search options and we go to e-commerce where you see a lot of products and we click search, we're going to see products with high CPA offers. And so you have next spot, you have tactical laser light, right? Tactical laser light pays $22 per lead and they allow search marketing. And so if you're promoting that, you want to bid on keywords that kind of similar to tactical laser light. You want to bid on product keywords. You don't want to bid on, kind of like this informational, like, something way before they even decided they needed the product. So all of these products you can easily promote on Google search marketing, right? Google ads and things like that. But I would highly recommend you create your own landing page. That way you can create something called a custom domain, which is what it is, which is what they're doing here, right? So this detextchemistry.com, this is a custom domain. And if we go to that landing page, you're going to see a landing page, and then you're going to see checkout now, and that's going to go to the ClickBank offer. It might even go to the ClickBank, actually to the checkout page instead of to the actual landing page, which is something I'm pretty sure they're doing. And so you want to create your own landing page. You want to have a custom domain. That is the professional way of doing. I cannot recommend really to pick an offer. Let's say we want to promote something like like, let's see, tactical pen, right? Where's the, okay, the tactical laser pen. I click on that, and then you build the link, right? You build the link, you say search, you say raw, and then you have this crazy link, right? You cannot link that on Google search. Google is just not going to approve your ad because that doesn't even look professional at all. And I cannot really recommend that. So if you're going to do it on Google search marketing, go out, get yourself hosting, build a landing page. I have a video on it on my channel. You can learn exactly how I go about it. And you have to create a custom domain, which is exactly what they're doing here, right? Detextchemistry.com is a custom domain. And so you can you'll have to create a custom domain. It's going to cost you this is .com. It's going to be like $10-11 a year. Or you can get something like very similar and maybe like some other ending, which might be cheaper. And so that is something I recommend. But for the most part, Google ads are really great. You can target the demographics. You can also target the kind of size where the people are. So you can do a lot of crazy things. And I recommend doing something called a broad match. Broad modified match, and also exact matches. I'm going to go into that probably in another video, kind of do a case study for all of that. But that is kind of the situations you have, right? You cannot really advertise, $2 sweepstakes offers, right? Because you're bidding on keywords, and sweepstakes are really hard to describe using keywords, right? Because what are you going to bid on? Let's say it's iPhone sweepstakes. You cannot really bid on iPhone keywords because that's going to be very, very expensive. You'll have to bid on something like that. And so what you want for Google ads, right? If you go into Google ads, what you generally want is something like you want to do, a lot of it is going to be e-commerce in this section, but then when it comes to things like ClickBank and elsewhere, you can promote a lot of those offers, right? Because they are very established offers, right? In MaxBounty, you have a lot of sweepstakes. So if we go into sweepstakes, you really can't promote any of that, right? You cannot do this on Google, win a $50 McDonald's gift card for $2 per lead, right? You cannot do that on Google. If you build an email list, you can do that later on. Or if you're advertising a site, maybe an article, things like that, you can do that later on as well. And so that's kind of the situation with that. Next, I want to cover Bing ads, right? And Bing ads are really, really similar to Google ads, except they are cheaper. They are a lot more flexible, right? The chances are you can even direct link on Bing ads. This is something that I've been doing for a couple of years, just the direct linking to offers. And so you have a lot of options when it comes to Bing ads. So I went on Bing ads, I typed this text chemistry, which is this ClickBank product, and I see 4 ads, right? So this is not the right ad. They're actually doing their ads wrong. well, they're not, right? But they're actually matching for something that's something else completely. But really, you want to be looking at these top 3 ads, right? And so you have CB discounts, right? Text chemistry. They're not even using a branded domain. They are, well, it's not a direct link, right? If we click on that, let's click on that and see. And they're basically, okay, so they have a landing page. They have a landing page. And if I click on order now, I'm going to be redirected to ClickBank. So they have built their own landing page, right? And so they still have done that. They could have done it a little bit better by having a branded domain. Okay, I don't even see that ad anymore. Right now I see text chemistry. I see 3 different ads, and this is the official site. And if we scroll down, we see 4 more ads, right? We have text chemistry, we have Amazon.com, which is unrelated, and we have text chemistry system review. Okay, so we basically see 3 ads. And so Bing ads is very, very similar to Google ads. In fact, they also have that great phone support. I actually had a rep reach out to me and say, hey, we noticed you're advertising with us. Would you like to speak with us? And we're going to help you, basically to spend more money, and we're going to help you get more keywords and optimize your system. You're not going to have that from Facebook. Facebook is never going to reach out to you unless you're spending a lot of money. And so with Bing ads, what you want to do is you also want to be bidding on something called these branded keywords. Okay, I'm bidding on a product, right? With this website, with this landing page, I'm going to be bidding on a product because I'm assuming the person is aware of the product. I'm assuming that they're just comparison shopping right now. They want to buy the product, but they're still looking for discounts. They're still looking for reviews, and so that is why I would be basically bidding on these branded keywords: text chemistry, Amy North, which is kind of the woman who wrote this product, text chemistry review, scam, maybe an article. Is it a scam? Is it not a scam? I would not be bidding on text chemistry free because I don't want, these basically like window shoppers, people who are, these people who are not willing to pay for anything. I don't want them. So I'm going to make that a negative keyword. I would not be bidding on login. I would not be bidding on refund. I would be basically bidding on maybe text, review, Amy North. There's also promo. Things like that. If I do that on promo, I see ads. And basically these sites are bidding on these keywords. They're bidding either on text chemistry as kind of a broad search, or they're bidding on a kind of an exact match or even a phrase match, right? It's kind of hard to tell, but they're basically bidding on these keywords. And the fact that they're bidding on these keywords, the fact that you're seeing ads really shows that there's there's money to be made here, right? So anytime you basically turn on a keyword, this is kind of a pro tip. You're basically searching for something and you see ads. That means, generally speaking, that there's money to be made, right? At least like 80% of the time, unless the company is like, losing money basically. So if I type something like, how do I get a guy to text back, something like, which is kind of what text chemistry does, I shouldn't really see ad. Okay, I see an ad, and this is actually an ad for a ClickBank product. This is actually a direct link to a ClickBank, his secret obsession, which is a ClickBank product. So who knows? People are actually bidding. Yeah, they're actually bidding. Oh, so here you go. Is your breakup temporary? This is actually love learnings from text chemistry. So they're actually bidding on informational keywords, which is something I don't really see in Google ads. And one of the reasons is because they're actually cheaper to bid on Bing ads, and so they're not. So they're actually bidding on kind of these top of the funnel informational keywords. And so that is something you can do as well, right? Because something like this is going to be a lot cheaper than bidding directly on text chemistry, right? So if I do text chemistry, it's going to be a little bit more expensive or a lot more expensive depending on, the actual ad, depending on your competition, depending on the market and things like that. And so that is how you do Bing ads, right? You obviously Bing ads, the same rules apply. When you're in MaxBounty, you want to be bidding on actual physical products, or at least products that they could be informational products like text chemistry, which is an informational product, but you want to be bidding on products that actually have volume, right? So text chemistry has some volume, not a lot of volume, but still enough to bid on. But you cannot really bid on things like iPhone 11 or something like that. It's just too general. And so you cannot really do sweepstakes on surveys. I cannot recommend that, because even though it's cheaper than Google Ads, you're still going to be paying $1.50, $1 per click. So you need something that's 25 per lead, right? So this is a CC submit. We cannot really do sweepstakes, zip submits. We will have to do e-commerce stuff, or at least branded stuff, right? So for instance, if you're going to dating, right, and you see some kind of an offer for a site, singles 50, right? You can't do that, provided that there's a lot of search volume for this. It's a well-known brand, right? So when it comes to dating, you have some sites that are pretty well known, right? They're big brands. So like Match.com is a big brand, and maybe some of these sites, like I don't really know exactly like the search volume of this, but if any of these brands have a fairly big search volume, you can bid on that. And that is only provided that you're going to see a big payout, right? You don't want to bid on something that has a $2 per lead, $1.45 per lead, $4.29 per lead. It's just not going to work. Yeah, 16 is a little bit better. 75 is even better. And so you kind of have to, read the offer and see what they want. 38 is better. But, like I said before, when it comes to ClickBank, you could pretty much bid on anything, because like text chemistry is like $50 product, right? And you're going to get 75% of that, which is like, it's like $40, right? It's like about $37, $38 you're gonna get on that. So that is totally worth it, right? If you have the right conversion to bid on things like that. And so that's kind of the situation with Google Ads, Bing Ads, and when it comes to that, you can totally do it. I recommend to start off definitely with Bing Ads. Go ahead, go to MaxBounty or to whichever CPA network you're a part of. Go find some products that are at least $50 payout, and create a landing page, create a branded domain. It's only $10 a year, and it's going to help you that conversion considerably, right? So I would not do something like, so if I go into my Bing Ads, right, and I see like helpful overview, okay, it's like, the reason they have something like that is probably they're running a lot of different offers for different products. But if I were you and I want like the best results, I would have something like text chemistry. You can even have something like the text chemistry, or something similar. I'm sure that's taken, or they have a deal side, deal offer. But I would probably get something. I would not run it from like a CBD discounts, like ClickBank discounts or something like that. I would actually have an actual branded domain specific to that offer, and that way people see, okay, this is the text chemistry, and they're talking about text chemistry, and people might think this is an official site. And so you can try something like that. You can have something like getthemback.com, how to win them back, things like that. Something that's specific to the offer and the product. You're gonna have a lot better conversion like that. All right, so that is kind of the situation with Bing Ads. Very, very similar to Google Ads, except you have a lot more flexibility. You have great phone support, and you can even direct link if you'd like. Of course, I don't recommend it, but if you'd like, you're not gonna get banned on Bing, and the ad might even be approved. Whereas with Google, they're a little bit more strict with that. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is YouTube ads. Okay, YouTube ads are fairly new when it comes to affiliate CPA marketing. It's only in the past couple of years people are starting to use them. Maybe even in the past year or so. I know for dropshipping stuff, people haven't really been using YouTube ads until like later on. And so I really like YouTube ads. YouTube ads are really, really great. They're fairly cheap right now. And so what you want to be thinking about when it comes to YouTube ads is that YouTube ads are like, they're context specific. So you're not bidding on keywords per se. You're actually bidding on where the kind of pages you want your ad to be shown, and the kind of audience you want, and the kind of context around the ad. And so you can pretty much promote any kind of offer you want, provided, like I said before, this is a Google property, so you want to have a landing page, you want to have a custom domain and all that, like we talked about with Google Ads. But the benefit here is that some of these offers, they have something called a kind of affiliate resources. So you can go out, some even have videos, and you can actually find videos and you can actually promote those videos. Now, YouTube ads has generally two types of formats, okay? The first is something called the discovery ad, okay? And what a discovery ad is really, it's like a video I'm making right now. It's a tutorial, it's a piece of informational content. Generally, I'm not going to be pitching in this kind of video. Like, I'm not really pitching in any of my videos. I'm basically teaching you about a certain topic. I'm taking a problem and giving you a solution. So if you wanted to learn about, you want to learn about A, I'm going to tell you how A works. You want to learn about B, I'm going to tell you how B works. And that's what discovery ads are. So instead of having an organic video like I'm making right now, you basically create a video and you run a discovery ad, and that ad is going to show up pretty much wherever you see these other normal videos on YouTube. And so the format with this is going to be kind of a non-pitch. You're basically doing something, you're explaining something. The second type of YouTube ad is something called an in-stream ad, and this is basically a pitching ad, right? And these are the videos you see interrupting flows. You may have seen them in one of my videos. You're definitely seeing them in other videos, pretty much all over YouTube. Before you start playing a video, you have a video that appears before the start of the video you wanted to watch. And typically, these are very, very quick ads. They're typically about a minute, maybe 90 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. And they're generally pitching you something, right? The goal of that ad is for you to learn something, but really it's not about learning. It's more about, hey, you have this problem. Well, we're gonna fix it for you, or we're gonna try to sell you something. They're kind of a pitching videos, right? They're not, a 30-minute long or an hour long tutorial on something. And so, they serve very, very different purposes. They have different goals and objectives. And so the way you're gonna do it, right? You're gonna have to basically, you got to find something that has a relatively high payout, right? Because you're going to be bidding on something called cost per view. On that cost per view basis, you're not going to be bidding on clicks or anything like that. You're going to be bidding on views. And so you want obviously something that may be at least $50, right? Like, this is something that I would do. I would get something at least $50. E-commerce does really well. Obviously, if you have your own product, you can easily promote that as well, but we're talking about affiliate marketing here. So e-commerce does really well, like a tactical laser light. You want to promote that? Yeah, then you have a video where you're quickly explaining how it works. Okay, so some offers, like I said before, they actually give you videos. If they don't, then that's not a problem at all, because the tactics that I would use, right? If you want to use discovery ads, then you have to make something called the review video, right? So for instance, let's say I want to promote text chemistry on YouTube. I basically go out and I make a review about it. Now, I can basically talk to the camera like I'm doing right now, but that's not necessary. I can basically, I can go on the website, I can go on their official website and basically just record the screen of me doing a review, and that would be a discovery ad, because I'm basically making a regular video. And so when people type text chemistry review, my ad is gonna appear. And I can make a normal video, right? But I can also make it a paid video, so my ad is gonna appear anytime people are searching for relationship advice or something similar. And so with YouTube ads, right, if you're making discovery ads, you want to create kind of informational content. You want to create a video about something like, hey, your guy doesn't call you back. What do you do? He doesn't text you back. What do you do? And then you talk about that a little bit, and then you say, well, here's a really good product that you should try out. It has helped a lot of women, and it's text chemistry or something like that. So that's a discovery ad format. If you want to go using the in-stream, which is these interrupted ads, then you have to make a quick video. Hey, have you had this problem? This guy's not calling you back. Then you go to the point a lot quicker. So you can do either one or the other. I have experimented with both. They both work, but they have different situations, right? One is kind of a tutorial and informational content. The other one is a pitch video. So that really depends. If you're in ClickBank or if you actually found an offer on MaxBounty that gives you videos, and admittedly there's not a lot of offers that give you these kinds of things, what typically happens is these are pitch videos, right? Usually if you're given a video that you can use to promote, they're going to be pitch videos, meaning they're going to be like 90 seconds, 2 minutes, and these are best suitable for in-stream ads, right? That basically the ads that interrupt. And so, but if you want to create your own video, then you can do a discovery ad, you could do an in-stream ad, you can do whatever you want. And so I don't want to go too deep into it. I'm going to do that probably in another video, maybe even a case study, but that is generally how you do it. And again, it's really good with Google, right? It's more flexible than Facebook, than making videos on Facebook. You're not going to get your account banned if you have a landing page, if you have a custom domain, if you're doing it the legit way, and then you're not direct linking or anything like that. And so that is kind of what I would suggest. I've been experimenting with videos a lot lately. I really like them, and I think video over time is gonna be more and more prominent, and it's gonna be more and more effective over the years, because video tells a story a lot better than having like a simple landing page or something like that. All right, and last but not least, I want to talk a little bit about Quora ads, because Quora ads are very, very interesting. And so there's a lot of opportunity with Quora ads. I have experimented a little bit with Quora ads, and so I have done a little bit. Obviously, my experience is not as big with Quora ads as some of these other platforms, but it definitely is interesting. This is something that you can go into it. This is something that you can experiment with. And so the thing about Quora ads is the way I view them, they're kind of a mix. They're a combination with Facebook and Google, right? You can bid on different things, right? You can actually bid on topics, right? So I can basically bid on different topics that I can have it appear. I can bid on different questions, right? I can have the ad appear, next to certain questions. I can also bid on different keywords that I might be typing something here, right? So there's a lot of ways. Obviously, I can bid on the demographics if I want to reach a certain audience, things like that, what the things they're interested in. I can also optimize for conversions. There's a lot of things. I have an entire video on Quora ads on my channel. Definitely search for that. You will find it. But in terms of what kind of stuff you can promote on Quora, well, here's an ad on Quora, right? This is by Yield Street, which is kind of an investment company where you can invest, and it will hopefully grow your wealth there, your money, your funds, and all that. And so this is a big brand, right? This is not a CPA offer, and so I would not really recommend you advertise. You can kind of forget about advertising sweepstakes, surveys, all of that on Quora. It's just not realistic. Obviously, there are free methods of doing that. You can be answering questions, but we're not talking about this in this video. And so you can kind of forget about something like this, right? And here's another ad. Let's see, maybe I can see another ad. So here's I'll create a Quora campaign. Let's see what else we have. So here's another one. Build your city from the Stone Age to the modern age and beyond, right? Forge of Empires, build a city. And this is basically a kind of a game that you can build, right? Play now. And so as you can see, like Quora is not a big fan of affiliate stuff, but that means you need to create a buffer, right? So that means we're kind of back on Facebook, the Facebook strategy. And so we need to be creating a buffer. Remember, guys, there are always ways of doing anything you want, right? It's just about the effort required, right? So with Quora, they're not huge fans of you cannot really go out and say, hey, did the guy, you cannot really go out on Quora and say something like, hey, did the guy not calling you back? Click here and direct link it, right? That's not Bing ads, right? They're not going to be cool with that. And so what you want is you want to be focusing on the informational content. If this is not your product, right, they're basically advertising their own product, right? It says play now. I'm sure they're basically advertising their own game and things like that. And same thing for the Yield Street, right? They confirm their own business. They're advertising their own products. With Quora, if you want to do affiliate stuff, you need to build a funnel. And what that means is you need to have your traffic, you have a content article. And this means a website. This means, a website with informational content, right? So something like, hey, you want to advertise something like text chemistry, which is, it's not a MaxBounty product, but, you get the picture. You want to advertise something like this. You need to create a website and you need to have 10, 15 articles on it. It doesn't need to be high quality. It could be very simple. You need to have a legit website with a logo and everything like that. And then you can advertise the article. Hey, learn this, read this, and you will learn why the guy is not texting you back or why he's ignoring you and things like that. And then somewhere maybe in the middle, maybe on the sidebar, maybe even a link somewhere, you can say, hey, by the way, if you want the real kind of, you want to learn how to win the guy back, or you want to learn the phone game, why men leave, all of these little things, you can actually check out this product. That is kind of how you do it on Quora. Of course, there are exceptions, right? I mean, affiliate products do slip in once in a while, but that is kind of how you do it, right? And let me tell you why this is like this, right? So if you stayed until the end of the video, I want to tell you why Google is a lot more flexible than things like Quora, than things like Facebook. And the reason for that is that when I go on Google, I'm actually typing what I want, right? I'm basically telling Google, I want a text chemistry promo. Okay, and Google goes out and shows me the ads for text chemistry promo. Google is giving me what I want, right? When I'm on Facebook, right? When I'm on Facebook, I am not looking for ads, right? So Google, Facebook is that's why Facebook is a lot more selective than Google, because Facebook, it's not, Facebook is very hesitant to show me ads because I'm not really there for ads. And so Facebook is very, very selective, and Facebook doesn't want to piss off the audience, right? It doesn't want to sell you these crazy offers that make crazy claims, because there's a high chance that the person is going to be disappointed. It's like these health offers you see before and after picture. Maybe the lighting is different, the pose is different, maybe the guy or the girl, they did all these other things that the offer is not talking about. And so the greater the offer, the greater your claims, the higher the chance that the person is going to be disappointed. If I'm selling an e-commerce product, I see what it is. I'm going to get it. Okay, it is what it is. I'm not going to get disappointed. But if I'm advertising like something like text chemistry on Google, and I use it, on Facebook, and I use it and I try it, and then the guy doesn't call me back, let's say I'm a girl and I buy text chemistry, I might be disappointed. But in this case, the actual person is actually searching for it. And that is why Google and Bing are a lot more flexible, because it's search marketing, right? You search and you find it. You can search for whatever you want. I want to invest all my money into Bitcoin, no problem, right? Google is going to show me ads for Bitcoin, investment funds or what have you, right? Our ICOs, right? Initial coin offerings and all these things. Facebook is not going to do that, right? But because Facebook, I'm not searching for it. That is why Facebook and Quora are a lot more selective. And that is why when it comes to things that you see on your feed, you're not searching for the ad. You have to go the informational route. That is the shortcut. That is the shortcut that you have in order to be successful. Okay, so if you stayed until the end of the video, you understand now exactly what's going on. And this is why I don't really care. And Bing, I will advertise, I will do branded keywords, I will advertise exactly any kind of offer I want. And if they're typing for it, Bing is going to show that offer to the visitor, because they're basically typing for it. Whereas on Facebook, they're not looking for ads, and that's why Facebook doesn't want to disappoint. That's why Facebook is basically showing you like just normal, very, very innocent ads, right? How to succeed with Google Ads. I go in here, I'm probably not gonna get disappointed. I mean, it's hard to disappoint me if you're not selling me like a health product, right? You're basically teaching me something. This is informational content, and then obviously this company is selling some products or services. I don't know which, but obviously they're selling you something. They're gonna teach you something, but they're gonna sell you something, and that I cannot be really disappointed with it. I chose to buy their product services, whereas if I see some health offer, I'm probably going to be disappointed, because every result is going to be different with health and fitness and things like that. Not everybody, some people it's going to be easier to have a six-pack. For other people it's going to be a lot harder, and that's why there's going to be more disappointments. And so that is the main difference kind of between search marketing and anytime you have a feed. Like, that's why Quora is very, very similar to Facebook. All right, guys, so I hope you've gotten some value out of this video. At least I hope you understand the fundamentals of paid traffic and how to not have your account banned, how to effectively advertise. I understand we kind of flew by and very, very quickly on each of the traffic sources, but I will make other videos later on with some advanced tactics that you can use in order to make money from paid traffic sources. So that is all I have for you for today. I really hope you've gotten some value. If you like this video and you learned something, definitely smash that like button. It really helps out a lot. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I would be happy to answer them if I can. And if you want to see other similar videos about paid traffic, free traffic, CPA, affiliate marketing networks, anything like that, all of these tactics, tips, and tricks, definitely subscribe to the channel and you're going to get notified when a new video drops, which happens quite recently. And so thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.